This footage was uploaded to Instagram by someone who was getting ready for bed one night, but as he was about to enter his bedroom, he began hearing strange sounds throughout his house. Footsteps creaking like someone was walking around when no one else should be there. Terrified that an intruder had broken in, he grabbed his phone and started recording. His plan was to capture evidence in case he needed to report it to the authorities. But what his camera captured was far more disturbing than any burglar. In the reflection of a mirror, a face with long dark hair can be seen staring right at the man. But here's what makes this truly chilling. The mirror is positioned to reflect directly back towards the person filming, which means this figure should be standing right behind him or somehow inside the mirror itself. Realizing what he's captured, he quickly turns around to check if anyone else is actually in there. But when he looks, there's absolutely nothing behind him. Just empty space where this terrifying figure should have been. So, what exactly did this camera capture in that mirror? Was it a malevolent spirit, a demon, or something else entirely lurking in the reflection? And why could it only be seen in the mirror but not in reality? This next video was uploaded by a man who experienced every child's worst nightmare, but as an adult. It was 3 AM when he suddenly was jolted awake by strange noises coming from underneath his bed. At first, he tried to ignore it, thinking it was just the house settling, but the sounds continued, scratching, shuffling, like something was moving around down there. Unable to fall back to sleep, he decides to grab his phone and use the flashlight to check what's causing the disturbance. What he discovered under his bed will haunt you. Something can be seen under the person's bed, but who or what is it? The person goes and tells his friend who's in the other room, and they both decide to go and check. The pair approach cautiously, but when they get there, a dark figure can be seen standing in the room before it rises up, and the pair flee in absolute fear. The video then cuts there. Viewers of this video are divided. Some think it's real and believe they witnessed something unexplainable, pointing to the terror in the man's voice and their panicked reactions. They argue that the figure's unsettling presence and the way both men immediately fled shows this was no ordinary encounter. But what's your verdict? Did these men capture something truly supernatural lurking under the bed, or is this just a cleverly staged hoax? The backstory to this next footage is unsettling. For weeks, the uploader had been noticing strange behaviour from his dog during the night. The animal would wake up in the early hours, staring intensely at the living room doorway, growling at absolutely nothing. At first, he thought it might be sounds from outside or maybe a small animal in the walls, but the dog's behaviour was becoming more aggressive each night, almost like it was protecting the house from something. Concerned, he decides to set up a night vision camera in the living room and left it recording while he slept upstairs. What it captured explains why this dog had been so terrified. The footage starts normally, the dog is calm, eating and playing with a ball, but then something changes. The dog suddenly freezes, staring directly at the doorway. Its ears perk up and it begins growling at something the camera can't see. The dog's agitation escalates quickly until it suddenly lunges towards the camera, knocking it over to the ground. But it's what the camera captures as it falls that has viewers terrified. As the camera hits the ground and tilts upward, someone or something can be seen standing in the doorway, almost like it had been standing there the entire time, just watching. Now, dogs are known for their incredible ability to sense things humans can't, so the question becomes, was this dog trying to protect its owner from something truly sinister? The next video was filmed by two friends who were having what should have been a relaxing movie night at home. They settled in to watch a horror film, just looking forward to some scares on the screen, but what started as entertainment quickly turned into their own real-life nightmare.
Oigan amigos, estábamos aquí viendo una película de terror y se están empezando a escuchar ruidos en la casa. Te juro que neta, en serio. Ponle pausa. Pausa. Alexa. Mute. Alexa. Mute. Pausa. Ay, ¿no se pausó? What the fuck? Madres. Te los juro, es... ¿Qué pedo? Bien. ¿Sí lo grabaste? Sí, creo que sí quedó grabado. Es que estábamos aquí en la casa, estábamos viendo una película ya para... literal, ya para dormir. No mames. O sea, nosotros siempre tenemos la puerta abierta porque aquí hace un calor horrible, por eso.
As the girls are watching TV, a sound startles them. One of the girls tries to pause the TV with Alexa, but it doesn't pause. Then jingling and a door slamming makes them worry. But this was only the beginning. A short while later, after continuing the movie, this happens.
No, eso fue en mi cuarto. Ya se había calmado. Oigan, ya no habíamos escuchado nada. Y... no mames, te juro que no estamos esperando a nadie. No. Oigan, y es que estamos completamente solas, o sea, vivimos aquí. Se están escuchando cosas allá en la parte del baño. Se sigue moviendo. ¿Qué pedo? Leslie. No, Leslie, estamos solas, no mames. Perdón. Es que se están escuchando cosas.
A loud bang scares the girls who were already on edge from before. Then the sounds of shuffling frightens them further, followed by knocking, and the girls' reaction does seem pretty genuine. However, the activity doesn't stop there.
No. ¿Qué hacemos? Hay que hablarle a César, ¿no? ¿Tiene su número? Márcale. Ay, acompáñame a mi cuarto. Es que se sigue moviendo esa cosa. No, vente, no, vente. Vean. Pero hay que hablarle a César.
The The sounds persist and something continues moving in the house. The friends huddle together, debating whether to call someone for help, but unsure who could possibly explain what's happening. Some believe that horror films can somehow attract negative energy or even open doorways to the supernatural. Whether that's true or not, these girls experienced something genuinely terrifying that night, and their reactions say it all. After uploading these clips to the internet, viewers believe that this is likely what happened. But what do you think was causing the disturbances during their movie night? Was it just coincidence? Or did their horror film somehow invite something unwelcome into their home? The next series of videos comes from the user The Haunted 136, a woman named Tammy G from Texas who describes herself as a paranormal investigator. But Tammy isn't just investigating other people's hauntings, she's been documenting her own supernatural nightmare for years. According to Tammy, she's been followed by a dark presence ever since her childhood, and no matter where she goes, the activity follows her. Over the years, this entity has never left her alone, and she's captured dozens of terrifying events on the security cameras throughout her home. What makes Tammy's footage particularly compelling is the sheer volume of activity she's recorded, and the fact that she's not the only witness to these events. The door to Tammy's bedroom moves all on its own while she's asleep. In these next clips, even more activity is caught on camera.
This was such a great piece of evidence.
A piece of cutlery falls onto a plate, startling the dog, and then, in another clip, captured inside the bathroom, a flower all of a sudden moves unnaturally and falls into the bathroom sink. Then, on another day, a camera catches a cupboard door swinging open, mysteriously all on its own, before something falls out and crashes to the floor. And in a video recorded on another day, a flower is seen falling off the kitchen counter somehow by itself. However, the creepiest capture was yet to occur. One night, while Tammy was asleep, her cameras caught this. Something white appears in Tammy's bedroom and moves as she sleeps. Tammy is completely unaware to whatever this is moving right by her, and then captured in another camera is quite hard to see, but a shadow can be seen moving. After uploading a ton of captures to her social media, Tammy's viewers believe that this is real paranormal activity, and Tammy, she believes she is being haunted, as she writes in her bio, "Here, sharing my haunting." But as always, what do you think is going on here? Is Tammy being haunted? Share your thoughts below. This next video comes from CCTV footage captured outside a small shop in Indonesia. The owner had installed the security cameras after experiencing several break-ins over the past few months. Nothing too unusual, just standard protection for his business. The camera was positioned to monitor the front entrance and the street outside, recording everything that happened during the overnight hours when the shop was closed. For weeks, the footage showed nothing but the occasional passerby and stray animal. But one night, the camera captured something that defied explanation. In the grainy black and white footage captured by the store's CCTV camera, a mysterious thing shaped like a figure can be seen floating by, moving in a way that seems to defy gravity, hovering just above the ground. The figure appears translucent, almost like a shadow-given form, and it moves with an eerie smoothness that no human could replicate. When the shop owner reviewed this footage the next morning, he was left speechless. He'd never seen anything like it in all his years of running the business, and locals who've seen the video believe it could be the spirit of someone who passed away on that very street. So what do you think this CCTV camera captured? Was this a genuine paranormal encounter, or could there be a more earthly explanation for this floating figure? This next video was filmed by a man who was staying alone at his girlfriend's apartment, but what makes this footage particularly tragic is the heartbreaking story behind it. Just a few days before this video was recorded, their close friend Dylan had passed away in a sudden accident. Dylan was supposed to visit them for the boyfriend's birthday, a plan they'd all been looking forward to, but that visit would never happen. The man's girlfriend was the last person to visit Dylan in the hospital before he passed away. A few days later, while she was at her mother's house, her boyfriend was alone in the apartment when something unexplainable began happening.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. All right. All right. That. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. Shadow? Shadow? Where is it?
The bedroom door starts opening and closing on its own. The man begins speaking to the empty space, calling out,
Do it again.
he says, and the door responds, slowly opening wider. Again he asks,
Do it again.
and again the door moves, opening and closing as if answering his commands. Even the cat seems aware something is happening, watching the doorway intently. Many believe this was Dylan's spirit, finally keeping his promise to visit his friend. Perhaps letting them know he made it there after all, even if not in the way anyone expected. Though the original poster later admitted it was likely just airflow from open windows. But the timing still gives people chills. So what do you think? Was this Dylan making his final visit, or just a coincidence that happened at the most emotional time possible? This next video was uploaded to Reddit by Protomancer after his doorbell camera captured something that left both him and thousands of viewers completely baffled. It was a quiet night in his Georgia neighborhood when his Nest camera detected motion outside his home. At first glance, you might just think it was just another false alarm, maybe a stray cat or a raccoon wandering through the yard. But what his camera recorded was unlike anything anyone expected. GPS camera footage, something can be seen moving across the street in the most unusual way. Whatever it is, looks as if it's crawling, staying low to the ground as it makes its way through the neighborhood. When Protomancer shared this footage on Reddit, it quickly went viral with the title, "Just someone slithering through my neighbor's yard in the middle of the night." Thousands of users offered their theories, from elaborate pranks to something far more sinister. But the question still remains, just what the f*** is this? This next video was uploaded by Jason Crumby back in 2010 after he decided to investigate reports of paranormal activity at Memorial Hospital. For months, hospital staff had been whispering about strange sightings in the cafeteria area. Multiple witnesses claimed to have seen the ghost of a little girl running through the empty dining space during off hours. The reports were so frequent that Jason decided to visit the hospital's subway location, hoping to capture evidence of this mysterious child spirit. Armed with just his camera, he began filming in the cafeteria, not knowing if the stories were true, but what he captured sent chills through everyone who's seen it.
Alright, we're at Subway at Memorial Hospital, and there's been reports of ghost activity. Maybe we'll get lucky and capture a ghost. It's the ghost of a little girl. Oh my god, there she was.
Suddenly, something dashes across the frame, moving quickly through the cafeteria, exactly as the hospital staff had described.
Oh my god, there she was.
Jason exclaims, barely believing what he just witnessed. The figure appears for just a split second, but it's enough to make Jason believe this is a ghost, as he uploaded it with the title, "Ghost at Hospital Cafeteria." But what do you think Jason captured that day? Was this really the ghost of a little girl as Jason believes? Let me know. This final video comes from a homeowner who'd been experiencing unexplained disturbances in their kitchen for weeks. Strange sounds in the middle of the night, cabinets found open in the morning, and the unsettling feeling that someone was always watching. At first, they dismissed it as their imagination, or maybe just the house settling, but the activity kept escalating, becoming more frequent and more unsettling. Determined to find answers, they decided to set up a static camera in the kitchen, hoping to catch whatever was causing these mysterious occurrences. For several nights, the camera recorded nothing but an empty room, but then, on one particular night, it captured something that left them spooked. Did you catch it? Out of nowhere, a translucent figure appears, moving from one side of the kitchen to another. After seeing this capture, the person was spooked. They now believe that this is, in their own words, 100% real ghost caught on camera. But what's your verdict? Is this a quote, 100% real ghost caught on camera as the uploader titled it? You tell me. Thanks so much for watching. If you're up for more scary videos, check out one of these next. You're gonna love them. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.